a healthy body, needs healthy emotions. So for that, I'm going to just give you a little bit of information about that, which is a healthy emotions means you have full dynamic range with awareness of your emotions. Which means you know how happy you can be because you've been there when it was there, and you're aware of how angry you can be and how sad you can be. And you also know how stressed you can be because you allow yourself unrepressed to go there. And if there's an area of your emotions that are repressed or unconscious that you're not aware of, well, guess what? You're unconscious, repressed, and unaware. And if you find yourself with any reactionary behavior towards anything, you have a repressed emotion. That's it. When you have full awareness of your full dynamic range of your emotions, you experience life in a way that's only possible when you're fully unrepressed. And it's just something worth experiencing. So the book of Osho's Emotional Wellness is a very good guide for that. The best way to describe that is that if you take white light and you put it through a prism, it breaks out into a rainbow. If you take a rainbow and you put it in through a prism, what comes out the other side is white light. So if you can think of the energy of life going through your body, it turns into a prism of emotions, energy and motion, emotions, energy and motion. And then when it goes through your mind, it's almost going through another prism. If you have learned, or you have imprinted, or you believe that some emotions are better than others, that you have resourceful emotions and unresourceful emotions, that you can be in a beautiful state or in a non-beautiful state, based on a judgment of your emotions, then what you're effectively doing is the second prism, the prism of the mind, is going to filter out the light from a rainbow. Now, if you take a perfectly good rainbow and you put it through a prism, what comes out is perfectly pure white light. But if you decide that red is an angry color and you pull it out, and that orange is a lustful, naughty color and you take it out, and that whatever is left, it's not going to be white light anymore. You're not going to have pure, smooth, undisturbed energy flowing through your body. So, a healthy emotional state, you don't feel any emotions. And when something happens in the moment, like something delightful happens and you burst out in giggles and laughter, you feel it 100%, and then it's gone and you feel good. You were feeling good, a butterfly landed on your nose, it tickled you and you laughed, it flew away, and you still feel good. And that's it, you're done. But if a cockroach lands and shits on your nose, and you feel angry or yucky or disgusted, you bleh in that moment, you do it with 100% of your being, with full awareness, you wipe it off, and then you feel good, because you had a full range expression, with no judgment, with no limitation. And those are your emotions. Anything and everything you can imagine, you can remember, or you can project is not an emotion, it's a sentiment. Sentiments are all false compared to emotions. And sentiments are like porn for emotions. To get caught up in your sentiments or to use your sentiments to manage your state is a mental projection. And it will not make you emotionally well. It will actually train you into being emotionally unwell. And then every time you try to make yourself happy by remembering a happy thought, your mind, which is dualistic in comparison, because happy is only defined as the opposite of unhappy, it's going to also unconsciously bring up all the unhappy emotionalities and sentimentalities. And this will throw you out of balance. So there's work to be done to clean up your emotions. And I'll go over a list of exercises that you can do to clear them up. But the first is to recognize that emotions belong to the body. They are not human emotions. They are emotions. They are just emotions. Animals have emotions. And your body is an animal that has emotions. So you need to be able to go full dynamic range with your emotions. And anything that you're repressing is going to cause problems. And The final step is understanding that you are a body that experiences emotions in the moment and has accumulated and collected a mind that can think. And when that thinking process is incomplete, it accumulates as thoughts. And as you accumulate more and more and more thoughts, you use up the bandwidth required for thinking, and your capacity to think intelligently diminishes. You can accumulate thoughts, thinking that you are becoming more intelligent, but what you're actually doing is creating a greater intellect, and you're becoming more of an intellectual. And if you want to live in a circle of intellectuals, that's what you have to do. But if you want to be able to thrive in the moment, you need to be able to complete your thinking process so that you empty out your vessel and you clear the cache, you clear the whiteboard, so that you can start with a clean slate with full bandwidth for the best quality thoughts. So, how to take care of this? Well, it's just like your body. If you eat lots of junk food, you accumulate junk in your body. And if you have lots of junk thoughts, you're going to accumulate junk in your mind. And that junk will clog things up. It'll slow you down. So, for example, ideas about how to live your life that are not the reality of what your body needs are going to use up bandwidth and take away from your overall intelligence of your body. So you want to identify what those ideas are, those philosophies, and those beliefs are, and eliminate them. Next, you need to know that a belief is something that you accept as real without verifying it. That's the definition of a belief. So everything that you believe in, and every belief system that you have, while it may be useful for fitting in with other people that have belief systems, the reality of it is that you are accepting something that you don't know as real, and because you're accepting it, it creates a blind spot, and you are now incapable of experiencing the reality for what it is. So whatever the belief is, and whatever the belief systems are, consider putting them down so you can experience what's there. And then, if you wish to pick them back up again, be free and pick them up. But know that you have freedom to hold the beliefs, and you can also suspend them. You can let go of your beliefs. You can put them on pause for a while. Same with your disbelief. For every belief, there's going to be an equal and opposite supporting disbelief. So it's good to also suspend your disbelief and simply be and experience what's there. There's something of great value of being able to say, I don't know. I'll figure it out when it happens. And for that to be fully present to it, of course, if you breathe well and hydrate well and maintain steady blood sugar levels and eat all the nutrients the way you're supposed to, in a healthy, relaxed, energized body that loves to dance, that has cleared itself of trapped emotions, suddenly accessing your mind and the unconscious content of your mind and clearing it becomes a lot easier. And this is what we're looking to do. We're looking to clear the content of our mind so that it can just be on standby, ready to think when you need to, but not overthinking or having ideas that are out of alignment with reality. That's if you wish to be in alignment with reality. First thing to understand is that there is a limited amount of information that the mind can process at once. So by holding on to unnecessary thoughts, ideas, philosophies, and beliefs, you are limiting the amount of information that you can process. So right there, that's lowering your intelligence and your thinking process. Just if I keep if I open every app and every window on my laptop, it's going to pause. Right? So you need to clear that. So just think of it that way. It's very simple, right? The next thing to understand is that the body every day wakes up and it needs a certain amount of time to warm up. And then it functions, and then at the end of the day, as it's shutting down, it needs to cool down. There's an effective way to do that. What has been discovered and what you can verify for yourself is that 45 minutes to an hour from the moment you wake up, after you wake up, and 45 minutes to an hour before you fall asleep, the body starts through a boot up process and a booting down process. Right? Just like your computer, when you turn it on, it's not instantly on. It takes time to reboot itself. So respect that. How do you respect that? consider that the first hour before going to bed and the last hour of it, first waking up, the first hour when you first wake up and the first hour before going to bed should be a very special time for you. This is the time to avoid television, email, smartphones, conversations, arguments, fights, the news. Give the body time to stretch, waken, bathe, take care of itself, eat what it needs, and be fully present before engaging with the outside world. And you will function better. Just see for yourself. And then, at the end of the day, let's say you typically go to sleep at 11 o'clock at night, somewhere around 9:30, start saying goodbye to everyone. Start saying goodnight. Start closing your day down so that by 10 o'clock, 10:15 at the latest, it is now alone time. It's me time. You're not watching a movie. You're not checking your email. You're most definitely not having an argument or a fight with your partner or with your kids or with your family. You have completed your day, and now you are quietly cooling down, maybe stretching a little bit, taking a nice shower or bath, slowly allowing yourself to go to sleep. And go to bed before you're sleepy and tired. And allow yourself to fall asleep in bed. Just like when you wake up in the morning, allow yourself to create a lifestyle so you can awaken in the morning. And you don't have to get out of bed until you're completely relaxed, calm, energized, stretched in your bed, just by positioning yourself. And then get out of bed and do what you need to do and start your day. This simple routine, these exercises between breathing, hydrating, glucose, nutrients, stretching, clearing emotions, clearing the mind, will increase the bandwidth and the capacity of your body and your mind, the body, mind, body, by as much as 1,000% from where you are now. 1,000%. I'm not talking a small amount. I'm saying like it's a huge tax that will come off your body. If after that you have some problems, come see me. But that should resolve just about everything. It's that simple. These are the basic essentials that you need to be able to clear yourself. Now, there's going to be some deep emotional, psychological content that you need to clear out. Sure, there may be some injury from your childhood or from some point in your life that will need some work. Sure, just go do the rehab, stretch yourself, get that arm back in shape from your accident or from throwing a ball too hard or from whatever it is. Okay? But if you want to function at peak performance, the way you prepare yourself to function at peak performance is you take care of these you become aware of breathing intelligence, water intelligence, sugar intelligence, nutrients and food intelligence, body kinesthetic intelligence, movement, stretching, sleeping. Your emotional intelligence needs to balance itself out. So if you have some issues, and there's things to do about that, and there are mad sections of where to go in order to do that. And then psychologically, these are the basic things to look at. Is how to not overwhelm your mind or your body, the body, mind, the mind, body, so that it can function at